City of Tshwane workers have not been paid for September. It's not good news. The city has also had some money problems. It's been unable to pay Eskom. But let's find out what's happening as far as paying workers is concerned. Always making time for us, Finance MEMC for the City of Tshwane. Peter Sutton joining us this morning. Mr. Sutton, good to have you back on the show. We're not talking Eskom for the moment, of course. We're talking about workers. What's happening with their salaries? Good morning.
Good morning, Gareth. All salaries have been paid. It was just a technical glitch with the bank. We submitted all the payment files on time as per legislation or requirements from the bank. Some of the employees were paid yesterday morning who bank with the Absa Bank, but some of the other banks, some of our employees bank, the salaries only cleared later yesterday afternoon, but all salaries have been paid and cleared, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the liquidity issue.
Well, it's good to hear as well, because I saw the City of Tshwane, a lot of people going after the city on social media, as people tend to do. Mr. Sutton, I'm sure you know they go after the city on social media. Are you changing banks? Was this a once-off problem? Are you concerned about next month's payments?
No, not at all. I think it was an issue with a public holiday on a Saturday. Absa Bank is conducting an investigation of themselves, and they will furnish us with a report. I'm very sure it was just a once-off thing. And it's just bad timing for us. It's unfortunate on the back of our liquidity problems and the Eskom debacles we've had over the last few months that this had to happen now. But no, I don't think it was. I think it was was politicized, definitely. I think there was a big narrative that was driven yesterday morning that we don't pay, we didn't pay, we don't have money, etc., which is completely factually incorrect. And, Gareth, I think, to be honest, if we were in a position that we couldn't pay, one would have made a plan. You would have approached people last week already to say, look, we're only going to pay a certain percentage, or we're going to pay in 2 batches or whatever. It wasn't necessary to do that because the payment files were submitted. There was enough. Obviously, the cash situation was of a state where we could pay, and we did pay on Thursday already from our side. And our cash liquidity is improving slightly every month. So we're very encouraged by that.
Mr. Sutton, I just want to ask you one more question on the payments issue. I suppose the issue is going to be for workers as well. Things like debit orders are going off. If those debit orders get missed, you're a finance man, you'll know this, of course. If debit orders are getting missed, then penalties are being paid on those debit orders that are missed. I know you mentioned there's a public holiday this time round causing a bit of an issue. What's the planning look like for the future? How do we prevent this from happening again? Because for workers who aren't earning a lot of money when they're being penalized for late debit orders, it hurts their bottom line, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So I think what we will do, Gareth, we will wait for the report from Absa Bank, and once we receive that report, we will take a process from there. To do. But we do acknowledge that there was a very big problem for our employees as well. And I trust we will be able to find a solution around that.
Well, let's certainly hope so. Let's talk solutions. How are we on paying back Eskom?
No, look, Eskom is still, we're hoping by the end of this week, by the end of this month, to pay a significant amount to them. We will be obviously late again because of our liquidity situation, but we're managing the situation. We are in a process with Eskom ourselves now, and I think, we're showing improvement. So I trust now this will be the last major invoice. You will recall from our previous invoice interview, with the winter months, the Eskom bill is about double what it normally is. And to put it in perspective, the August bill is 1.6 billion, and we're expecting the September bill to be 800 million. So it's a significant difference. And I'm encouraged to see our liquidity and our cash collection is improving. And I think this month might be, we're hoping for Friday, but projections are that we will have the highest collection so far for the City of Tshwane in this year, and it's improving month to month. So we're definitely on the right trajectory here, and we will manage Eskom, and we will settle them much quicker, I think, this month as last month, but we won't settle them on time, obviously.
All right, well, Mr. Sutton, I appreciate your time. Two big issues. One is Eskom, of course. The other is the city of Tshwane. Workers told all the workers have now been paid. There was a glitch as far as public holidays with Absa Bank is concerned, but the MMC for Finance, Peter Sutton, for the city of Tshwane, explaining it was a once-off, also apologising to workers who may have had penalties on their bank accounts from missed debit orders. Bad timing, they say, but they're trying to ensure and looking at their planning going forward, their financial planning, that it should never happen again. Not good that it did happen, but hopefully will never, ever happen again. All right, coming